Welcome. I'm Matt from Little Treasury Jewelers. I am here with Michael Fratangelo. He's the U.S. National Sales Manager for Bremont, a brand that is a rising star in the watch industry right now. And we're very excited to have him here. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So off camera, we were talking a little bit about the collection, and we just wanted to share a couple of the pieces and the direction of the brand and show you what's going on within Bremont. Where should we start?
We can actually start right in the middle here with the Altitude Meteor that we're calling it now. We're moving away from just calling it the Martin Baker. We've now given it a name, calling it the Meteor. So moving forward, you'll see that stamped on the dial there.
First thing I notice about this piece is it's very light.
So this is a titanium case and bracelet. It's good eye, Matt. Titanium case and bracelet. We've made some really nice enhancements, modifications to this absolute icon. And before we did that, we didn't want to just toy with a sacred piece. This has been beloved by pilots and professionals for 16 years that it's been in the collection. So before we went ahead with any modification, we actually wanted to take on some feedback and comments from pilots. So we held a structured program at the wing in England, and we invited over 24 pilots to come in and offer their sort of their points of feedback and comments. So what you see here is some of that direction in the modifications that we have made. The applied numerals, you'd notice, is a nice gradual upgrade from the stamped dial in previous models. It's also 42 millimeter, so we brought it down from 43. Titanium case and bracelet gives it a really nice feel. The bracelet is incredibly svelte on the wrist. The links they articulate really well. And we also now have a see-through sapphire case back. So, we offer a nice pleasurable view to the owner. They can take a look at the nice La Joux movement, really nice finishing, 68-hour power reserve. So it's a really beautifully done movement that is also a nice long power supply as well.
I think it's smart to extend the power reserves on these. It's a feature that we have a lot of people in the store asking about. One of the first questions I always get is, what's the power reserve? And usually followed by, how thick is this watch? So it's good to see the profile has come down and still retain its identity, really.
Yeah, we pay attention to the lugs, so they're more ergonomic as well. So that also helps with the fit around the wrist. But it's incredibly comfortable. It's really wearable. So we're thrilled to have it in the collection. We also love it in the silver dial as well, which has a nice brushed finish to it also. So having two variations offers a nice variety. We're looking forward to getting this out into the market and into the hands of waiting customers.
So on other pieces that are new to the collection, I guess we should pivot to the Terra Nova we have here. This is thoroughly different than really anything I've seen from Bremont, and I'm really excited to hear more about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to comment on this, the jump hour. We were thrilled. We knew that it would be a curveball. We knew it would raise an eyebrow for sure. It would capture everyone's attention. I don't know if we necessarily were able to project the amount of fandom that we received. During the week of Watches of Wonders, there were people who had stormed the booth wanting to really get their hands on it. The bronze variant as well. They wanted to take a photo with it, try it on. But the story of the movement really begins inside Bremont. We designed that inside, in-house, and we commissioned Sellita to actually build it from the ground up. Sellita never having a jump hour movement in their portfolio. Fortunately, they were willing to take on the project to work with us to build this from the ground up. So the model that we have here is a stainless steel case, and it features a left to right movement. And you'll see the way that the hour, minute, and the second hand align. So it does read naturally from left to right. That's a 40 millimeter case. And then the bronze option reads more from top to bottom. But this is exciting to have in the collection as well. And it offers just a whole different look and feel that Bremont never really offered before.
And the jump hour, from what I was reading, kind of draws its inspiration from trench watches.
Yeah, exactly right. So the display is really inspired to have more of a digital, clear display of time. So these were more popular in the 20s and the 30s. But as they were worn in trench warfare, there was what's called a Montriguichet cap that was over the dial. So what it did was it minimized the crystal on top, and it showed very small apertures. So just enough of a window there to display the time, really. But it's a really beautiful movement, and as it jumps the hour, it does so in less than a tenth of a second, which you don't even see it happen. It's quicker than the blink of an eye. There's no hesitation. There's no lag. There was some question as to whether or not it was a dragging hour, and it's not. The minutes, they scroll consistently. It's a sweeping second hand, but the hour wheel changes within a tenth of a second.
Makes a really satisfying click when it does that too.
It does.
Playing with it before we started running the cameras here.
It has a nice snap to it for sure.
Next here we have this Supermarine. This is probably my favorite of the bunch here, with the ceramic bezel and that really cool dial texture.
Yeah, so this is a new offering. We're continuing to expand sort of the menu with different materials. So ceramic, we introduced full case ceramic models last fall, 2024. We then introduced the new bronze collection in February. So this is just to sort of expand in our ceramic collection. So this is stainless steel case and bracelet Supermarine with a ceramic bezel. It has a helium escape valve, and as you noted, Matt, the dial texture it's a new wave pattern for us, which is incredibly difficult to do, but we're happy to go the extra mile and bring it into the collection because it really does sort of add that next step in the evolution of the Supermarine offering for Bremont. So thrilled that you like it.
So I noticed with the jumping hour, there's a lot of development going on within the wing, and it seems like a sort of a pivot in the direction that the watchmaking in Bremont is going. Between using the Le Jeu calibers and having a bespoke design movement here, what's sort of the future direction of watchmaking in the wing?
You notice that. So one of the bigger steps in evolution of the Bremont brand is sort of broadening what we call our watchmaking expression. What you see here with the jump hour is one step in that direction. The high complication that we also released this year, the perpetual calendar GMT, I think you'd have to hunt pretty far and wide to find those two complications on a wristwatch, especially within our price point. So we did that in partnership with a really wonderful independent movement manufacturer. Sellita was part of it, but Agenor, independent family operation in Switzerland, they designed and developed the perpetual calendar mechanism for that movement. So what's really beautiful about that, aside from the overall aesthetic appeal and design, is the fact that it's really an integrated base movement with the perpetual calendar complication on top. So it is, again, lower profile, fits svelte to the wrist, really comfortable. That's only going to be produced in units of 50, so it's a limited edition. But we're excited to have that, as well as a new Terra Nova tourbillon with a GMT complication as well. So between those two high complication pieces, the jump hour that you noted earlier, the Le Jeu movement, I mean, we are really working and sort of flexing some watchmaking, attention here. So I think watch this space as we continue to move forward. But we're happy to bring that kind of evolution into this collection. It appeals to a nice broad network of customers who are looking for a little more rich movement details. So that is something that's important to us, and we look forward to continuing to bring that to collectors.
I think there's definitely a big emphasis on practical watchmaking too, with long power reserves and nice thin movement profiles. They're things that can go on the wrist.
Yeah, 100%. I would say that thanks to Davide Cerrato, he's very good about focusing on these on the finer details. I mean, watches that wear well are important to him. How they fit is a big priority for Bremont. I think perhaps in the past, maybe Bremont's kind of stepped away from that, but we're really bringing it into the foreground now. So, I mean, even introducing from in our Altitude collection, we have a 39 millimeter piece with a lovely Le Jeu Perret movement as well, just as robust as the Meteor that you see here. Again, maintaining all of those capabilities as the previous Martin Baker models, with the see-through case back. So yeah, we're excited about the way this is evolving. This year there was also a narrative of how this is sort of that final chapter. Last year we sent a shockwave perhaps with the Watches and Wonders display that we put on by adding the Terra Nova family into the collection, and I think there was this initial thought that we were pivoting away from aviation models. I'm not quite sure who started that rumor, but internally we never had any intention of ever getting away from our aviation DNA. In fact, we had always known that 2025 would be a big platform for us to really pay an homage to our partnership with Martin Baker, which is as incredibly robust now as it was whenever we first embarked on it 16 years ago. So we're very happy with the way the collection is evolving, and where we are now, and it's being very well received this year. Last year there was a tendency that I think we made a lot of people grumpy and upset, maybe disrupted a lot of the purists, so to speak. But I think this year now people are starting to see collectively what it is that we're doing, the direction that we're headed, and what we're committed to with even as Bill Ackman with our our controlling owner now in the company. So the ship is sturdy, and it's sailing full steam ahead here.
I definitely, what you said about having the fully rounded collection, kind of the final vision together, really resonates. I think for that year of where is the Altitude, there was a lot of questions about the focus on aviation, and it's really cool to see everything come full circle as it has.
I appreciate that, because it's been very exciting, but we have to, it is a story that we need to tell, we want to tell, we're excited to tell it. I mean, we invite anybody and everybody who is curious about what the Bremont product is now like, this Wayfinder era, as we call it. Please stop in to Little Treasury or your local retailer that carries Bremont and try them on and see for yourself the difference and the work that we're putting into it now. We have a lot of talented people that are thinking about this brand and what's needed and what we want to provide you as a customer and collector. And I think you're going to find a lot more variety moving forward. I think you're going to find also different sizes between 38s and 39s and 40s and 42s. So continue to watch us and see what we have cooking up.